Here, I'm going to make what I call a hamburger, Chinese style. One thing that puzzles me is I don't understand why they call hamburger. There's no ham in the darn thing. I think the more appropriate should be beef burger, Chinese beef burger. Okay, here, I want to show you exactly what I have here. I have some mushroom, which I'm going to cut this up. Set it aside, put it over here, and chop it up. Set it aside, put it over here. And then, another one. If you want to make it bigger. Wow, big. Not only big, you smash the darn thing. Wow, this is... You haven't seen nothing yet. Of course, I also want to do some green pepper to give some texture and flavor. This is another way to do it. You stack them all up like this, and you see, I'm showing you different techniques of doing it. In the meantime, I'm going to heat up my frying pan. You can use a skillet or you can use a frying pan. It doesn't make any difference. Chop it up, set it aside, and we'll put it in this bowl. Now, all you really need is half an onion, okay? You go like this. Okay. Slice it up, and then you go. Total concentration. Now, the most important thing, all I need is approximately half an onion, okay? Put them all over here. You don't need the whole thing because you can save it because I'm only making about 2 for myself. If you want to eat, you make it yourself. Okay. Now, always learn to clean up. It's this good habit. Always clean up so you do not end up having a disaster area by the time you're finished. Now, all you need is approximately 4 dry mushroom and about half a cup of water chestnut and about half an onion. Mix them all up. And also 1 or 2 green onion and about 1 tablespoon or so chopped cilantro. Okay? And also about half a teaspoon of salt and a tiny, tiny bit of white pepper. Make sure to put it in. And also, of course, you need about exactly 1 pound or 3/4 pound would be fine. Ground beef. Okay? Mix it up with about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of oyster flavor sauce, and about 2 teaspoons of sesame seed oil, and also a tiny, tiny bit of oil. Tiny bit of oil. The idea of doing that is when you cook it, the oil would come out and it would not be too dry. And then you shape this. I want to show you. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this over here. You shape this with your hand. It's the most efficient mixer in the world. I have a battery here. In the meantime, you shape this, shape this, shape this, and then in the meantime, you don't want to make a mess. Okay. Make it into a meatball. Shape it. Huh. Shape this into a little patty. This is how I practice, of course. A wonderful patty. And then you put a tiny, tiny bit of oil, not much, just a tiny, tiny bit. Because this is a non-stick frying pan. Put it right over here. Nice. Wow, look at this. Shape another one. Nicely brown. Now in America, you put everything on top. In China, when we do this, we put everything in, not on. That's why it's not hamburger. Chinese beef burgers. No bones about it. Now, when this is done, we'll clean this up because I said I only make 2 for myself. While I'm doing this, I'm going to turn this around. Oh, wonderful. Can you see that? Very good. Can you see that? Turn it to medium. In the meantime, I want to show you something exciting. I'm going to show you, you cannot serve a burger without chips. Everybody have corn chips, potato chips. This is Chinese chips. When this is hot enough, the oil is hot enough, this is different color of chips. I put it over here, and please come. Please come. 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 1, 2, 3. Come. Please come. Don't embarrass me. See, it is coming. See that? When it's done, this is what we call shrimp flavored chips. Can you see how gorgeous this? All it takes. Isn't that wonderful? I love these myself. Look at this. And when you're done, you put it over here, and you can serve everything. Look at this. You can serve with the regular chips. I want to show you something. This is the regular American-style hamburger. This is potato chips, and this is a Chinese hamburger with different kind of chips. And also, let's put this wonderful-looking one right over here with the Chinese hoisin sauce. And can you see how gorgeous? I am going to do a Beijing pizza. I started out with this dough. Now you can use any dough of your favorite pizza dough, because everybody have this different type of dough and use different recipe. But this is very interesting because I try to make it like an onion, Chinese style onion pancake, okay? All you have to do is start with enough yeast flour to make a dough. Use any recipe, your grandmother's favorite recipe. It doesn't make any difference. This is from my grandmother. She lived in Italy for 25 years. Now, you start it out and you knit it like this, just like you do any. And the great thing about this, if you don't have time, go to the supermarket and find a frozen dough. This has been frozen, and we defrosted last year. Okay, go like this, go like this. I went to a pizza place to practice and have an exciting experience. And then you put it, and you put it, and you put it. Now, this is great exercise. By the time you finish, you should be totally exhausted. Now, and then you put it more, put it more, put it. It is a lot of fun to fool around with this thing. And then, after you are ready, don't worry. If you get holes, you can see people. You want to make it very Chinese. This is what you're going to do. You blend it up, and you sprinkle green onion, okay? Sprinkle green, and then you roll it up. And then you roll it, so what you have is a tiny bit of salt and green onion. Then you make it into a little green onion pancake. Of course, in the Chinese do it, they also add a tiny bit of lard. You can add a tiny bit of vegetable shortening, okay? When this is done, you roll it out, and then I'm going to show you the ingredient I'm going to use, okay? I'm going to set it, since we got 6 million people in the audience, we're going to make 4,500 of these. Now, here, I'm going to start out some exotic, okay? We have oriental mushroom, which is straw mushroom, and I cut it in half like this. Okay, set aside, put one over here, and then I slice some cultivated mushroom. Set it aside, and some Chinese sausage. Now you can slightly poach this a little bit. This way, it will get rid of some of the fat, okay? Slice it up, slice it up, slice it up, slice it up. Slice up. Now, when you rise the dough, it's very, very important to use enough yeast, because you want to have the dough rise at least twice as big. Okay, I have one I started out about this big. Now it's about this big. You really need to allow it to rise it up. I wish I can do that with my money. Double the size. Set it aside. Now this is how you do it. I have a very unique sauce, okay? Here, I have hoisin sauce. I have a quarter of a cup of hoisin sauce mixed with about half a cup of tomato paste. And I also have 1 to 2 teaspoons of chili sauce if you want a hot and spicy food. And also I have a touch of sesame seed oil. And I put it over here. I want to make it into a very unique pizza. See, television is exciting because you got to say anything and do anything you want. The same thing applies to your home. When you do it at home, you can do anything you want. See, I have enough sauce for 2 of these. And this is, when this is nice and ready, we set this aside and lay out this nicely. Put them on around and around. Chinese sausage, we call lap chong. Anybody? Lap chong. Yeah. Say it with gusto and excitement. Lap chong. Thank you so much. And then put a tiny bit of these, a tiny bit of these. Green bell pepper, some oriental mushroom, which is already soaked and slightly boiled. So you stack them around. You can later, it depends on how much time you have. If you don't have time, you go like that. You have time, you spend 2 hours just lining them all up. And then mushroom, 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 mushroom. And then straw mushroom. Where's my straw mushroom? Straw mushroom. And then the rest, you say, use a spatula, say goodbye. Because we need to make another pizza for the lady over there. And then, if you want to make it more exotic, put a tiny bit of chopped cilantro. Oh, this is going to be very wonderful. The Chinese call it yun sai. That means originally from the West. And then this cheese, you can use any cheese. Whatever you like. Okay? Sprinkle it around. Mozzarella cheese. And then you take it over there. You are going to bake it. Wow! Since we got so many people, we already have one already done. See? Wow, look at this. We'll remove these. We'll get rid of this so everybody can enjoy this a lot more. Then we use this Italian pizza cutter. 1, 2, 3. And then after that, we can use this Italian spatula and put it over here. And I am telling you, this looks so good. I am going to eat it myself.